Professor Anbalagan, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Special thanks to Professor Sitaram and Mrs. Sitaram. This is a very special occasion. I would say very special for several reasons. I and Sitaram have had a very long relationship, friendship, and I think the number of kilometers that we have walked together in the Indian Institute of Science campus has been actually very memorable, because I do miss Professor Akhilesh on this occasion. And I think all three of us used to walk together, at least for a couple of years. I think we did that. Maybe after that, Professor Sitaram had a different route. People actually think that good researchers are very bad administrators. People also feel good administrators are poor researchers. But if somebody who is a good researcher and good administrator, people think he is not good in PR and he doesn't build network. Professor Sitaram has been a very unusual combination of somebody who can actually excel in research. In fact, he has excelled in geotechnical engineering in a broad area. Although I don't belong to that area, I do know that his spread has been phenomenal in some sense. In fact, we did collaborate on use of blast waves and also looked at how you could build structures which could withstand blast waves. So the breadth is something unimaginably broad. And he kept his childlike enthusiasm throughout his career to explore new areas. And also one of the very rare qualities that I've actually admired, although I have not told him, is his ability to get out of comfort zones at a will and go and explore new things. When everything was going good, he thought I will go and build IIT Guwahati. And I think when everything was going good in IIT, he actually moved to AISc to ensure that AISc also comes up to different level. And he has had an illustrious career which is worth emulating. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾರ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾರಿಗಾರ ಕನ್ನಡ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ವ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? Is there anybody who do not understand Kannada in the audience? Okay, I will translate it for you later. Forgive me, because I am a native Kannada speaker, so obviously several emotions that one would like to express on an occasion like this comes out very well in Kannada rather than English, which is probably a colonial hangover that all of us are suffering even after probably several decades after independence, with no ill feeling against any language. ಭಾಳ ಹಿಂದೆ ಇವರಿಗೆ ದಾರಾ ಬೇಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಒಬ್ರು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರಂತೆ, ಅಜ್ಜ ಏನು 60 ವರ್ಷ ಆದರೆ ರಿಟೈರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, 60 ವರ್ಷ ಆಗೋದ್ರೆ ಅರಳು ಮರಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಏನದು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರಂತೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಬೇಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಂತೆ, ಅದು ಹಾಂಗಲ್ಲವ, ಅದು ಅರಳು ಮರಳಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಮರಳಿ ಅರಳು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಸೀತಾರಾಮ್, ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇನ್ನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಬಿಗಿನ್ಸ್ ನೌ, and Indians are known to play second innings better than first innings. So I think you have another glorious innings which is waiting for you. Please continue to enjoy whatever you do. So ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಪ್ರಪಂಚಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಾರ್ಯ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಮಾಡಿ. Even using English word, there is nothing called retire. It is actually re-attire. ಅಂದರೆ ಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಷ್ಟೇ. 60 ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಒಂದು ನಂಬರ್. ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗಿಂದ ಏನೇನು ಕೆಲಸ ಕಾರ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಲೂ ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ಅದು ಆ ವಯಸ್ಸು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಆದರೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಜ್ಞಾನವೃದ್ಧರಾಗಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ವಯೋವೃದ್ಧರಾಗಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಒಂಥರ ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆ ಹೊಂದ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರ ಮನೋಧರ್ಮ ಹಾಗೂ ಅವರ ಹೃದಯಾಂತರಾಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನು ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದರ ಒಂದು ನಿಜವಾದಂತಹ ಪ್ರಭಾವ ಬೀರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನಾದರೂ ಭಾವಿಸಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇದರಿಂದ ಭಗವಂತ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆಯುರಾರೋಗ್ಯ ಐಶ್ವರ್ಯವನ್ನು ನೀಡಲಿ, ಮನೋ ನೆಮ್ಮದಿಯನ್ನು ನೀಡಲಿ, ಹೀಗೀಗಲೇ ನಗ್ನಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಯುವರ್ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ವಿಚ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ಮೈ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಲಾಫ್ಟರ್ ವಿಚ್ ಫಿಲ್ಸ್ ದ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ರೂಮ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದೇನು ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಬಾರಿ ನಮಗೆ ಕೆಲವರು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ, ಆದರೆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಕೆಲವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಚೇರಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಚೆ ಕಡೆ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಡಿ ವಿ ಗುಂಡಪ್ಪನವರು ಭಾಳ ಸೊಗಸಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಹುಲ್ಲಾಗು ಬೆಟ್ಟದಡಿ ಮನೆಗೆ ಮಲ್ಲಿಗೆಯಾಗು, ಕಲ್ಲಾಗು ಕಷ್ಟಗಳ ಮಳೆ ಬೋರ್ಕರೆಯೇ, ಬೆಲ್ಲ ಸಕ್ಕರೆಯಾಗು ದೀನ ದುರ್ಬಲರಿಂಗೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರೊಳಗೊಂದಾಗು ಮಂಕುತಿಮ್ಮ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಹುಶಃ ಆ ಮಂಕುತಿಮ್ಮನ ಕಗ್ಗಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಅನ್ವರ್ಥ ನಾಮವನ್ನು ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ದಾದರೆ ಸೀತಾರಾಮ್ ಅವರು ಈಗ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಇದ್ದವರೆಲ್ಲ ಹುಲ್ಲಾಗು ಬೆಟ್ಟದಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇದ್ರೂ 4 ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಹಸುಗಳು ತಿನ್ನೋಕ್ಕಂಥ ಹುಲ್ಲಾಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ. ಹಾಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ತೊಂದರೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಬಂಡೆಗಲ್ಲು ಹಾಗೆ ನಿಂತುಕೊಂಡು ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಎದುರಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಆತ್ಮಸ್ಥೈರ್ಯ ಸಹ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಕೆಲವರು ಊರಿಗೆ ಉಪಕಾರಿ ಮನೆಗೆ ಮಾರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಆದರೆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಅವರ ಸೊಗಸಾದಂಥ 2 ಮಕ್ಕಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಇಚ್ಛೆಯನ್ನು ಅರಿತು ನಡೆಯುವಂತಹ ಸತಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಭಗವಂತ ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತಷ್ಟು ನೆಮ್ಮದಿಯನ್ನು ನೀಡಲಿ. ದೇವರು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಇದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಚಿರನೂತನವಾಗಿ ಯಂಗಾಗೇ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಹೀಗೇ ನಗ್ನಗ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. ವಯಸ್ಸಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಕೇವಲ ಒಂದು ನಂಬರ್. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನೋ ರಿಟೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಲೈಫ್. I hope that you continue to contribute to this great nation, India. And I just want to convey this on behalf of Department of Aerospace Engineering. Also, as I am the President of Indian Shockwave Society, you are a life member of Indian Shockwave Society. I thought please permit me to do a small felicitation, a token of our respect for the immense contribution that you have done in your area, as well as in general to institutional building, science propagation, technology propagation. I think you have not left anything in the entire charter of an academician's life. So you have been a complete academic. I don't think you have any regrets. And I don't think you should have any regrets also. You have done justice to the capability that you really had, which made you excel virtually in all fields of administration, nation building, institution building, student mentoring. I think the list is going to be endless. Permit me to make a small felicitation. Thank you very much, both Mrs. Sitaram and Mr. Sitaram, for an excellent job that you did during your career.
This is the beautifully created by none other than the Supreme Lord of the universe.
Good evening, friends. I can never match my good friend Jagdish. The way he speaks, every time he speaks, I would love to be there to listen to him. Excellent speaker. Vocabulary is nothing, and not just in Kannada, English is equally capable of in his vocabulary. So after speaking him, it will be a very difficult thing for me, but it is my duty bound. I'm duty bound to say some good words about my very, very good friend, TGS-2026. So my memory goes back to when I joined this institute in '86. He was just about submitting his MSc Engineering thesis with Professor Subramanian Shupulaya, and I know Professor Sitaram and his entire family. When I say family, it's not just limited to he and his spouse and children. I know his parents very, very well. I have gone to their house. Gundurao is a well-known person, and he, when IISc got the land in Chedakere, the only grouse and complaint he was, and he used to come to Yagnavalke, and Sudha is sitting here, and he used to complain to me, Chedakere bartira na manege barodilla. And next time he made sure that he found when I am going next time, and he called me up, tomorrow you are coming to Chedakere, now you are coming to my house. And he had arranged everything, somebody to come there, where to go, and things like that. I still remember the hospitality that he extended to me during that visit, and we are really good family friends. And again, coming to academics, I don't know, I'm sure TGS remembers, every department, every institute has its own complications. Because whenever human beings are there, you will have some complications. I should acknowledge this fact that when I wanted to teach, there were certain issues, and he gave me the break in Profi-Science, finite element methods for engineers, right? So almost 4 years, that is 8 semesters, even when he went on sabbatical to Japan, I continued. So he is the one who gave me that break to start teaching finite element methods for engineers, and afterwards, automatically things, the department also did not come in the way. So I sincerely thank you for that great support that you extended, and which really opened up my things in the department. So that's a great thing. And coming on the personal note, we used to be in Vigyanpura. Vigyanpura was a great place. I'm sure during those times, nobody will disagree with me. The festival days, no house door will be kept closed after 5:30, up to night 10:30. Particularly the Ganapati festival and New Year Day, they were great things. And I know both their children very, very well. And Aditya, I used to tell, so Sudha used to stay in the other quarter, he used to be in another quarter, and the morning alarm bell for me is Aditya saying, Atte, and running from that house to the Atte's house. That itself was an alarm bell for most of us to wake up that it is now in the morning. So it only tells, what I'm trying to convey to you is, I know them so very well. And the other academic aspect is many things that Jagdish has already said, what he has missed out only I'm trying to come out. There was such a request from the state government, and the department started SISTUP. Our department helped in SISTUP, and he was the founding chairman of SISTUP, and those 5 years were the golden period of SISTUP, I would say. There is no doubt in anybody's mind that was the golden period, in fact. And several projects were given. All the faculty, various aspects of transportation and things directly or indirectly related, and he supported that through small funding, but very well organized. It is similar, the model that he adopted was similar to DST kind of a thing, reviewing the proposals, making people to present, annual reviews, and all these things were very, very systematically handled. So he was telling, Jagdish was telling that he is a good researcher, I think he has everything. I'm just endorsing what Jagdish said. And those 5 years were the excellent period for SISTUP. In fact, there can be no doubt about it. Without any things for the next chairmans, I would say that he did an excellent job as chair of the SISTUP. Then we also did associate with a couple of consultancy projects. And one memorable thing is we went to Ladakh. So that was an excellent thing with low oxygen. Then one day we were asked to sleep, not to talk, something was. We went almost up to Pangong Lake, the other side of the Chinese, and on the way back, he tolerated, I couldn't tolerate that. So that was an excellent trip that we had together. And without taking too much of your time, I want to take this opportunity to wish Professor TGS, or mostly I would even, many a times we never used to use Dr. TGS or Professor Doctor anything. The loving TGS is nicely, somebody has also coined the conference very nicely to match his initials. Very good health, lots of happiness to him as well as his family members. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. So even though since I am morning, so running here and there, so even my own session, because of the schedule, I could not able to talk. So generally, Professor used to say, if you wait and do some work, you will get your good. So that is what I have now, plenty of time to talk. So about, Professor. So this is like untold story of Professor Sitaram and Anparagana. Okay. So Professor has a unique way of guiding the student. So even I remember that. So he was when I was attending the interview, so he was asking, so why you want to do PhD? So at IISc. So most of the people expect that, so they say that, sir, IISc is very great, so we want to do research, that is why. Now I said, so I was actually, my hometown is Vellore, so nearby some villages, which is a very remote village. So I studied in Chennai. So I am familiar with Anna University, College of Engineering, Gindi, as well as the IIT Madras. So I told him, sir, from my hometown to Chennai is 4 hours. From my hometown to Bangalore is 4 hours. That's why I want to come to Bangalore, because IIT Madras, I was there so more than 4 or 5 years as a project assistant and build some buildings and all. So that was a true answer I told. So because that time my English also not very good, maybe now also. So then what he did, no, you made me to sit in his room, so to like train us, okay, to see us, our sincerity, hard work. So I lost my father when I was 10 years. So generally a main candidate will see someone hero as a father and grow their like management capacity, leader capacity, something like that. So I used to watch professor very closely, and what and all he does, how he does, I used to learn from him. In fact, there are many things, even today, I follow his procedures and steps, management skill to adapt. So he's so excellent, okay. So there was a situation, so when I was doing my PhD, you know, I got married. So eventually, you know, soon after you get married, you always have some misunderstanding between the husband and wife. Okay, so there was an occasion where I had to come to lab to do something. My wife was asking, so you are going there, your guide is important, you are important, me important. I said, of course, my guide and my PhD is important than you. So she was very furious, but after I became a faculty, she used to tell, follow your guide. Any problem, anything issue is there, we'll discuss with the family, no? You follow your guide, okay? He choose right path, you follow your guide. So many things, I take his decision and follow his footstep, okay? So he is very sincere hard worker. I never seen anyone like that, okay? See, he comes 11 o'clock night from the international conference. Next day morning, he will be there at the lab and call you, ask you what you are doing. But he made a 1 week away for international conference. So such a hard work, sincere. Even today, I am not seeing with anyone come to lab. Saturday, if he is there in the Bangalore, he will be at IISc by default. So which made us to also to think and work on that line. Because the research outcome comes, how much time you spend with your student, how much time you spend with the topic. Okay, so such a hard work, sincerity, I never seen with anyone. So he has a very excellent management capacity, which I enjoyed, even I follow. Okay, so even today, whatever decision he makes, how he makes on complicated things, so I will try to understand and adapt it, which made me to do a good research. So today on my like almost 18 years, okay, so I finished as a faculty. From 2004, like 22 years, I am at IISc, so with the professor. So I could able to publish 125 papers. In that Q1 papers, almost close to 115 papers, because of I follow him very closely. Okay, I tell you this point because the guide is not just topic your advisor, okay. You have to watch and take what are the good qualities he has, you have to follow, particularly the PhD students. Because these days, a multi-skill only will make you to unique. That uniqueness will keep you away from all your computational AI, ML related issues. If you have the routine skill, eventually you will be reproduced by the AI. Okay, your multi-skill comes because you have to watch and follow every steps of your research, okay, how to plan, how to execute, okay, how to, so I can kind of say that many things I learned from him. Today, whatever I am doing, whatever I am here, that because of Professor Sitara. If he is not there, I may not be there. Maybe, I don't know, many things I learned from him without knowing his knowledge also, because I like Yagalavan. Okay, so Guru doesn't know that Shishyan is following him. But Shishyan learned everything. One day he sees his skill, oh, he's surprised. Oh, so like that, I follow all his kind of management skill, okay, how he handles the project, so how he manages a consulting project, everything I follow, because he also, whenever, I am also very sincere, whatever result he says, I will go and give him. So many times I don't bother about my English. He also like, doesn't talk about all those things, he only will encourage. Many of the industry project today, I am like, do very good consulting project because of him, because he made me to start and how to write a report, everything he told. Many of the faculties who join in IITs, no, they will struggle with the industry and research project. I could able to get enough research grant. That because of I follow him, he also trained me. Second, resource. Okay, in those days, so getting computer equipments are very, very difficult. But only person who has a handful of research is Professor Sitaram. Whatever you want, you will get. Okay, I followed his step. I made first build my lab. So today I have the 10 crore of equipment which is accessible to all my students because I followed him. See, he built a resource. Whatever you want, you go and ask. You will say that, okay, it will be available to you. So we are the first one in the country to buy MSW test in the colleges like Engineering Institute. So today there are many colleges as, but we are the beginning. That because of Professor Sitaram. So triaxial test anyway they told. And the dynamics, okay, the test facility established at IISc because of his initiation. Okay, so you acquire the money, you spend your money and create a resource to research people. So that is what I enjoyed. Okay, I was working with him within 3 years. I can't imagine because before finishing my this one, what is that? So PhD, I actually joined as a job. One day he told, Anbu, why don't you apply? There is a scientific officer post. I was not even knowing the advertisement. He called and told, why don't you apply for that post? You may have get a chance to get. Then I applied. I just walked in interview. That time there was an earthquake. So I, whatever learned from TGS and my research skill, I put it in the interview. I just like that selected. I didn't have any problem to become a faculty at IISc. There are people might have done postdoc, might have run behind so many things to become faculty. I don't have any problem because he told, Anbu, why don't you apply? I applied. Then at that time, whatever interview, so we were discussing something. Then I prepared, I went, my interview was went successful. Then next year I again joined as a lecturer, second time in the institute where I became a full independent faculty. After I became independent faculty, I started working with independently. I told, sir, I want to work with you. He said, okay, you grow, you be independent. Okay, which made me to grow. So such a freedom was given in the research. He never discourage any new idea, I will go and tell him to talk. Okay, so we started with like those days geotechnical engineering means people who conventional kind of things. So we revisited everything during our PhD. So he was very encouraging because he was a part of the MOES member on reviewing of microzones and site characterization. There was a 2-volume book was given. So he given to me. So I read everything and discussed point by point, sir, this is the problem. This. So he was kind of very so receptive to all his that commands, and then so he kind of appreciated. So you are done excellent work. That has made us to create a new path for seismic microzonation in India. Okay, so that because he has an open mind, simple, very receptive to the idea of the student. Okay, so he didn't see who is talking, you see what they are talking. Okay, that is a unique character. Okay, that listens when any faculty follows, no, you come up with a good idea, good innovation. That is what I will say, young faculties, no, you should always should keep in mind. So today, whatever I am there, that because of you. Okay, so everything, I thank you, sir. So even today, my kids are studying in good institute because he has actually, when I went, invited to his home, when I went, so he has given the first book to my daughter, okay, to read. So my daughter still remember that book. Now she is studying actually electrical engineering at IIT Madras. Okay, he is the one who given first book to my daughter. So he's not only teacher for me, he is also teacher for my daughter. So there is nothing I can say like my feeling to him to as like a teacher to felicitate. But whatever today I am there with respect to the academic success, financial success, or management skill, everything because of Professor Sitaram. Okay, so that is what I can say at the end. So everything, I thank you, sir. So I tried to establish his name in the institute as a free doctoral fellowship. So that will make his names remains in the institute. That is what my aim. So hopefully I will achieve that. Okay. So thank you.
Yeah.
One thing Anbu did not tell, I want to tell that today. When he was a scientific officer, right? I asked him, why don't you apply for a faculty position in IIT? First time he said, sir, I will not go anywhere other than IISc.
So I want to be with him actually.
Okay. We'll start. Huh? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you all the dignitaries on dais. We will start the cultural evening. Thank you, Anbu. You can check the mic.
Good
We
evening,
welcome you
everybody.
all to
Thank you
witness
for joining
echoes
this
of the
cultural
earth.
evening on day one of this conference. We are happy and delighted to present some unique concept and theme as part of this conference. So we have very accomplished artist who is going to present to us on the concept of echoes of the earth. So as a part of this conference, on behalf of the organizing committee, I extend a very warm welcome to each one of you present here. At the same time, I want to introduce the artist before I hand over the floor to them. Dr. Lakshmi Rekha Arun, please can you come on stage? She is the founder director, Lasya Academy of Dance. And Dr. Sanjay Shantaram is the artistic director, Shivapriya School of Dance. Both of them has put together a unique concept. Welcome, Dr. Arun, Dr. Lakshmi Rekha and Dr. Sanjay. They have put together a unique concept. When Rekha asked me, what do you want me to present here? Then I told about the conference, and one of the theme of the conference is sustainability, education, and social impact. So she took about the sustainability, and they have put together the theme of echoes of the earth. I am not an expert of this. I just leave it to them to explain and then give the presentation. The students of both the schools have been working on this performance preparations for the last more than 10 days, and I'm sure they will mesmerize you, and it's a unique concept that will be presented to all of us from these two artists. One thing I want to say and hand over to them, both of these dance schools, are working uniquely to take this art, education, and wellness to diverse communities, including children with disabilities and rural learners. So it's a great contribution from both of you. We thank you for that also. Thank you. So with this, I will hand over the floor to Dr. Lakshmi Rekha Arun for the further proceedings, and I will have Dr. Vijayendra to assist me to conduct these proceedings as well towards the end. Thank you. Lakshmi Rekha, over to you.
Sadgurubhyo Namaha. Nayana manohara rupane benaka Nadavedamaya natarajatanaya Onkara Ganapa Varija Pujita Guru Vyasa Priyane Gananayaka Nayana Manohara Rupane Benaka Bowing down at the lotus feet of the remover of all obstacles, Lord Ganesha. It is my pride and privilege to be present here amidst all you dignitaries, learned people, and art connoisseurs to present this unique production for a very meaningful delegation that has been arranged for today and tomorrow. I would like to begin by thanking all these people who helped us put up this presentation. To begin with, the coordinator for the cultural showcase, Dr. C.R. Parthasarathy. Thank you, sir, for thinking about us. Please feel free. I would also like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Professor T.G. Sitaram, sir, the revered guest of honor of today, who has inspired scores of students of science who have passed out of this prestigious institution as well as outside to learn and contribute and explore science for the betterment of this nation. Thank you, sir. It is teachers like you who teach us how to be a teacher. To Professor K.V. Vijayendra of IGS Bangalore chapter, to Professor Anbalagan, Shivani, Ramesh, Sangeeta, and every other volunteer who have been coordinating with us. Also a huge note of gratitude to my light technician, my light engineer, Sri Nagaraj T. Marihonnaya, as well as the team of Universal Rasikas for covering this event for me. When Dr. Patsarthi approached me and said, this is the topic for which we are holding this wonderful delegation of 2 days and the international conference where we will be honoring our beloved Professor TGS. And when they said that sustainability practices of Earth is one of the main topics that they would be covering, I was supremely delighted because it's a cause very close to my heart. And I am a proud green warrior, so much so that I advocate sustainable practices at the cost of embarrassing my own family at times. There has been instances where I used to go to outside chat shops with my 2 sons, and I would carry steel bowls and spoons for all 3 of us from home and place it proudly on the countertop when he's mixing bhel puri. And my children would be expecting the earth to open up and swallow them whole. But apart from that, they have understood the reason of why I do what I do and why I always advocate sustainable practices. So when that was the cause that I've always been preaching at every drop of a hat to all who can listen, and Dr. Patsarthi said, this is one of the cause, would you want to present something on those lines? It truly delighted me. But alas, life has its plans. So I took longer than I expected to bounce back from a health condition that required me to undergo a minor surgery 2 weeks back. So at that time is when Dr. Sanjay Shantaram stepped in as the true savior that he is. And he said, Lakshmi, don't worry, it's your vision and we will make it come to life. So, and that is when, along with providing beautiful music for this meaningful production, he also took up the responsibility entirely on his shoulder of direction, narration, and costume, as well as choreography and presentation of my vision. Echoes of the Earth, as we have named it, is a compelling presentation that serves as a tribute to Mother Nature, as well as an urgent call to action for sustainability. The performance is going to vividly trace the planet's journey from the time of its inception using the 5 elements to its current state of environmental crisis that none other than we humans have brought upon it. Yet, the narrative at the end refuses to despair. It concludes with a powerful message of hope that through conscious, eco-friendly choices, humanity can still honor Mother Earth's enduring compassion and restore our shared home for generations to come. Dr. Sanjay Shantaram, world-renowned Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi performer, cine artist, founder-director of Shivapriya School of Dance, will be leading this show along with his ever-supportive students and students of my own Lasya Academy of Dance from Bangalore. The script and screenplay for this is by my beloved husband, Sri Arun Talkad, and yours truly. Direction, narration, voiceover, and choreography is by Dr. Sanjay Shantaram. The music is beautifully arranged under his guidance by his student Kaushik, who has also taken care of the audio visuals for the show. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you very proudly and very humbly, Echoes of the Earth.
A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you all to witness Echoes of the Earth. Once upon a cosmic dawn, she arose, clad in robes of vibrant greens and deepest blue, the universal mother. From her sacred womb, she birthed, nourished, and cradled generations of endless lives, from the tiniest seed to the grandest soul. She gave unconditionally, she loved eternally. Yet, the very hands she held turned to steel. Driven by blind greed, her own progeny betrayed her, poisoning the cradle that gives them breath. Now, with nowhere left to run, her children stand on the precipice of their own silence. Tonight, listen closely. Let her pain resonate in the deepest corners of your soul. This is the cry of the cradle. Mother Earth, Bhumi, who was beautifully created by none other than the Supreme Lord of the universe, Shiva. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Echoes of the Earth. ನಟನ ಕಲಾಮಯ ನಟೇಶ ತನಯ ಮೋದಕ ಪ್ರಿಯ ಮೋದಕರಾಯ ನಟನ ಕಲಾಮಯ ನಟೇಶ ತನಯ ಮೋದಕ ಪ್ರಿಯ ಮೋದಕರಾಯ Om Namah Shivaya, O Lord of the universe, Lord Shiva. From your matted locks of hair emerged Goddess Ganga, the water. From your third eye emerged the sacred and raging blazing fire. From your resonating drums arose the wind that gave breath to everyone. From your beautiful body adorned by the snakes, by the deer, by the tiger skin, with you sitting on the bull emerged the Bhumi. Your beautiful ornaments created with the sun and the moon and the million stars formed the skies. You are the one who's the Lord of the 5 elements, and you embedded these beautiful 5 elements into none other than your own creation, Mother Earth, Srishti. మమతారు ఇల్లవయ్యా కూడల సంగమదేవా కూడల సంగమదేవా కూడల సంగమదేవా కూడల సంగమదేవా. As the cosmos is, so is the soul. A sacred mirror of 5 timeless elements. The earth we walk, the fire we bear, the air we breathe, the space we inhabit, and the waters that sustain us. What happens within ripples outward. What happens without shapes our inner tide. Tonight we yield to all of the graceful elements. The liquid life, to begin with, that claims 70% of our very being. Come, submerge into the infinite blue. Let the cool, fluid rhythm touch every pore of your skin and dance along the waves of happiness that she brings. Jala.
Someday
How we cheered that first sweet rain that filled the rivers and cleared the pain. We danced in rhythm with her flow in the gentle warmth of yesterday's glow. But satisfaction turned to greed, an endless blind consuming need. We took and took, but never gave, and dug the gentle river's grave. We choked her pulse with plastic shrouds, and drowned her song in toxic clouds, forgetting the life that breathes below, where silent, darkened waters flow. When, oh when, did we turn so cold, so blind, to leave her gasping and left behind? Oh, her waters weep, the oceans sigh. Where does it end, this flow goodbye? A flicker in the dark, a spark that woke the dawn. Fire. That ancient sacred glow that lit the hearts of cavemen in the deep of night. It was the dancing flame of protection, keeping the predators of the dark at bay. A wild power tamed into a soft, sustaining grace, cradling humanity in many ways. Watch the embers stir, feel the rising heat within, the gentle fire.
अग्निसप्तिं वाजं भरं ददात्यग्निर्वीरं श्रुत्यं कर्मनिष्ठा अग्निरोदसी विचरत्समञ्जन्नग्निर्नारीं वीरकुक्षिं पुरं धिम् अग्नेरप्नसः समिदस्तु भद्राग्निर्महीरोदसी आविवेश अग्निरेकं चोदयत् समत्स्वग्निर्वृत्राणि दयते पुरूणि अग्निर्हत्यं जरतः कर्णमावाग्निरध्यो निरदहज्जरोथम् अग्निरत्रिं धर्मपुरुष्य दन्तरग्निर्नृमेधं प्रजया सृजत्सम् अग्निर्दाद्रविणं वीरपेशा अग्निर्ऋषिं यः सहस्रासनोति अग्निर्दिवि हव्यमातता नाग्नेर्धामानि विभृता पुरुत्रा ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः
What are you looking at? Open your eyes, look upon the scarred earth. We did not merely poison the rivers, we severed their silver threads, choking the skies, denying the parched soil its heavy weeping rains. And so, Mother Earth was parched. She was burnt. Deep in her womb, the molten core stirred, searing the crust, bleeding to the light. A slow creeping fever turned to a furious stride, devouring the green ash, choking the wind. Where the water was patient and the air was kind, the flame now dances, burning the forests across. A brutal master of blinding light, excoriating our sins in the breathless night. That cool breeze kissing your face, filling your lungs, was that the true breath of Mother Earth? O gentle seeker, how little we know. Her actual breath is a mystic, untamed force, the purest thing you'll ever encounter. In its raw, untouched form, it carries the secret fragrances of ancient hills, deep whispering forests, wild rivers and hidden valleys. It is a sacred wind that breathes life into the most inaccessible corners of existence. Inhale and let that pure air fill you until time itself stands perfectly still.
विस्पृग्यात्यरुणानि कृण्वन्नुतो येति पृथिव्या रेणुमस्यन् सम्प्रेरते अनुवातस्य विष्ठा ऐनं गच्छन्ति समलं न योषाः ताभिः सयुक्सरथम् देवदीयतेऽस्य विश्वस्य भुवनस्य राजा अन्तरिक्षे पथिभिरीयमानो न निवीशते गतमच्छनाः अपां सखा प्रथमजाऋता वाक्व स्विज्जातः कुत बभूव आत्मा देवानां भुवनस्य गर्भो यथा वशं चरति देव एषः घोषादिदस्य शृण्विरेण रूपं तस्मै वाताय हविषा विधेम ॐ
But wait, the poisonous flame touched, it reached, it laid to waste. Choked by the venom of your blind desire, a generation lost to smoke and fire. You ruled as if no other life had worth. Now look closely, the veil is ripped aside. There is no shelter where the ghost can hide. The self-same poison that you sowed with pride is pouring downward in a breathless tide. It fills your throat, it claims your gasping chest, the final, fatal, self-inflicted guest. Foolish master, the clock begins to chime. It's a matter of a moment, just a matter of time. Food, did you say? The young child cried with wide, delighted eyes. Oh, mother, taste this sweet delight. What magic in it lies. The mother smiled, an all-knowing smile. The emerald greens within the soil rejoiced and drank their fill, and when the earth is full of joy, her blessings overspill. She gives us life, she gives us breath. From her, all bounties start. So tend to her, my darling child, as you would your mother's heart. Bhumi, the powerhouse of creation.
Janani, 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 Jagatkarani, Purani, Naraniye, Janani, 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 Jagatkarani, Purani, Naraniye, Janani, 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 Janani. Nisa, Risa, Nipa, Ma, Pa, Ni, Re. Nisa, Risa, Nipa, Ma, Pa, Ni, Sa. பாடி உந்தன் பாதம் பணிந்து வந்தேன் பார்வதியே பரமேஸ்வரியே. கோடி கோடி துன்பம் ஓடி மறையுமே உன் அருள் பார்வையிலே. கடை கண் பாராயோ கருணை பொழிவாயோ. கடை கண் பாராயோ கருணை பொழிவாயோ. பாதளீசன் பிரிய நாயகியே அடைக்கலம் அடைந்தேன் காத்தருள் ஜனனி 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 ஜனனி. சுரா சம்பூர்ண கலசம் रुधिराप्लुतमेव च दधाना हस्तपद्माभ्याम् कूष्माण्ड शुभदास्तु मे. कूष्माण्ड शुभदास्तु मे.
समुद्रवसने देवी पर्वतस्तनमण्डले विष्णुपत्नी नमस्तुभ्यं पादस्पर्श क्षमस्व मे. समुद्रवसने देवी पर्वतस्तनमण्डले विष्णुपत्नी नमस्तुभ्यं पादस्पर्श क्षमस्व मे.
Onto her carpets of green, Mother Earth, you threw plastic and paper, dust and rust, oil and iron, betrayal and lust. Tell me, what did you spare? You choked the river's graceful song, you turned the sacred fire wrong, and stained the emerald air. Did you think the soil would keep your peace? The earth who wove a shield so deep, who rocked our fragile lives to sleep, now breaks her gentle bands. Listen close. Do you hear the sound? Is this the mother's dying sigh, or a monster born of a human lie rising to its feet? Oh look, the pillars tremble, the arches break, the mountains slide, the valleys quake, the rivers flood due to global warming, and the oceans rage into unstoppable tsunami waves. A mysterious expanse of star and stone where silent moons and suns are thrown. Watch the cosmic sparks ignite, leaving breathless trails across the night. O human, if we continue this destruction, Mother Earth, whose sublime, pure and loving demeanor can get into a raging Shakti that can destroy and consume all of us. She is
ಭೈರವಿ ಶ್ರೀಂಕಾರ ರೂಪಿಣಿ ಭೈರವಿ ಕುಣಿಯುವಳಾರಿ ಭೈರವಿ